Okay, we got Passport Bros and Passport Girls, the truth about international dating. Video by Remy Renee. Let's see, man. Let's check this out.
I'm a passport sister. I'm going to other men, or I'm going to other countries to find masculine men.
I am a passport sis. I married a Filipino 5 years ago.
So guys, I'm officially a passport girl. I am done with the broke 50-50 men in America that want to go 50-50, that want you to cook, clean, and be a slave. I'm officially a passport girl. I'm going overseas now.
Are these AI videos or real videos, man? Because, you know, it sounds good theoretically, the whole passport sister thing, but unless you can find a man that's wealthy overseas, and usually he's not going to be going for some of the things that modern men in the West will put up for. You know, it's a different type of situation. The reason why like Passport Bros is such a big thing, because a man doesn't care if a woman is broke, so he can go to the third world country and into that neighborhood and find his Latina queen or Asian queen or whatever he wants, right? So it's a difference.
To find my masculine husband.
He said they're going out to Africa and they are fronting the bill on everything. Y'all heard that?
Some advice to passport bros coming from a passport sis.
While everyone was arguing about passport bros, another movement started quietly. Passport girls, women who packed their bags and tried to do the same thing men were doing. But there's
Ain't that what women always want to do? It's always trying to do the same thing that men do, and they don't understand. It's different rules.
Story did not unfold the same way, because the world does not treat women the same way America treats women. The rules change the moment they land.
I just don't understand
Facts.
how the most basic level men can leave America, travel to these other countries, and just pull absolute tens, like the hottest girls that you will ever see. And these men, like men that
It's money, man. It's the money, the fact that you're quote unquote exotic. You are seen as more educated and seen as you can provide an opportunity, you know?
that we wouldn't even look twice at are just pulling them and convincing them to date them. Like, I truly don't understand it. Can someone please explain to me how this is happening and how these men are able to get away with it? Also, like, how can we stop this? It's out of control, and it's getting to a point where it needs to be stopped.
Passport bros are
I don't think it's any stopping it. I think just like how women have evolved, I feel like this is part of the evolution of men, right? Some men are like, I'm not playing the game anymore. I'm going to just go play a new game.
not one thing. They are not all heroes. They are not all victims. They're a mix of good stories, bad stories, and stories no one wants to talk about. Because for every man who finds peace overseas, there's another man getting off a plane with a fantasy in his head and no idea what he's walking into. Some men go abroad and feel wanted for the first time in years. Women smile at them. Women talk to them. Women touch their arm without flinching. Women
And yeah, I mean, you know, some men do find themselves in some trouble or end up fucking their lives up over this stuff, because these women, they are different, but they know that they're different, and some of them will use that to their advantage and take advantage, man. There's countless stories.
appreciate simple things, and that feeling is powerful. But some men go abroad and get humbled quick. They trust too quickly. They spend too much. They move like tourists, not partners. And they get used for their money, papers, food rights, and access to America. If you read the comments,
And some of these guys don't mind being used as long as they get in the box. They do not mind being used.
you see it clear. Men saying they got skinned by a woman they met in Cartagena. Men saying they got robbed in Brazil. Men saying they married too fast in the Philippines. But you also see the good. Men saying they finally feel respected. Men saying they never felt this calm before. The movement has both sides. The men who leave because they want a real relationship, and the men who leave because they want a fantasy girlfriend. And the world treats those two types of men very differently. Women see the highlight clips, the beaches, the feminine energy, the cooking videos, the soft smiles, the dancing, the love. But what they don't see is a man in the comments saying, his girlfriend emptied his bank account, or the man saying she got pregnant and disappeared, or the man saying that she had 3 other men the whole time. And the truth that scares.
And to be fair, anywhere you go in the world, if you are green, it doesn't matter if you're in America, you leave America, you go to any country in this world. If somebody can tell that you are easily like you're just a naive person and they can get over on you, a lot of times they will, man.
Women the most is not the fantasy. It is the fact that even with all the risk, men are still willing to leave. Some women went overseas because they wanted romance. The soft K-drama fantasy, the Caribbean lover fantasy, the Latin passion fantasy. At first, they got exactly what they were looking for: attention, flattery, energy, excitement. Women who ended up paying for everything. But after the first week, the truth showed up, because foreign men had strategies too. They asked her to pay for food.
They definitely have strategies, man. I don't know if y'all ever seen the videos of those Nigerian guys to get the woman to fly over to Nigeria, be like old white ladies, and as soon as they get there at the airport, they be proposing.
Then drinks in hotels and taxis, day after day, until she becomes the provider. The women who get used for visa dreams, some women fall for men who see them as opportunities, not romance, not connection, opportunity. A chance to get to America, a chance to escape poverty, a chance to secure a future. And she never sees it coming. Women who get replaced by softer women. In many countries, femininity is normal, not rare, not strategic, normal. So, when an American woman dates overseas, she's not just dating one man. She is competing with an entire culture of feminine women. This is why so many passport girls end up heartbroken, because they walked into a market where their attitude has no value and their femininity has competition for the first time.
If your girl goes on a girls trip to Montego Bay, Jamaica, and she's doing these river rafting tours, I'm gonna need you to call her up and say, we're done. Now, I'm gonna let y'all.
Don't even call her up, bro. Just hit the block button and make your arrangements so you don't even have to ever see her again, bro.
A little secret on what these shorties do when they go to Montego Bay, Jamaica, especially when they go on these river rafting tours. First thing is first. They gonna have your shorty, the locals of Jamaica are gonna have your shorty rub down in this mud that you see right here.
Yep, that limestone.
Every part of her body, from her feet to her legs to her yitties. If you know, you know. Montego.
And usually with this, it's about how much the girl lets them do. So the guy, he's testing the waters out and seeing what she's gonna allow. And you got them whores and sluts of the world that might let them go all the way with it.
Montego Bay is the new Colombia for shorties. Passport girls are up in Jamaica.
Imagine 20% of your country's GDP being made up of pensioner women coming to your country to. You see, the situation in Gambia is so insane that the Gambian Tourism Board had to come out and basically tell women go to someplace else because they're trying their best to attract quality tourists. Tourists who come to enjoy the country and the culture, but not the tourists who come just for.
Bangkok is one of the few global cities
and bad for the
where you can
tides.
buy Four Seasons or Ritz-Carlton.
Skip.
The truth that scares everyone is this: the dating crisis is no longer local, it is global. And every country is reacting to it in real time. Foreign women are watching. Foreign men are reacting. American men are changing. American women are adjusting. And the world is revealing everyone. Men overseas feel respected. Women overseas feel cautious. Passport girls feel humbled. And the dating market back home feels nervous. Women thought men would actually never go. They thought the passport bros was just a joke, a meme, a trend, a moment. Until.
And then I hate when they act like it's such a new thing, man. This stuff has been around since the I guess the late 1900s. It just was, at first it was mostly the older white guys doing it, and the brothers got into it, and it became like a whole, I guess, trendy type of thing to do to if you got divorced, or you're an empty nester, or you're single, whatever, or you just got a relationship, it's just to go ahead and take a trip overseas.
Men started posting their receipts, videos of real dates, real weddings, real families, real women treating them with softness they forgot existed. And that is when the panic started. Not because men traveled, but because men looked happier without them. Even the men who failed overseas still looked more hopeful than they did at home. That's the raw truth. Some men find love, some men find trouble, some men heal, some get exposed. But the story women never expected is the one where men stop being afraid to leave. Because once a man finds a moment of peace somewhere else, it becomes very hard to drag him back to the place that made him feel unwanted in the first place.
Yeah.
Want a hot traditional wife who actually respects masculinity? Pack your bags, bro. Femininity isn't gone, it's just relocated. 87% of Colombian women want a man who leads without being told how to. Brazil's divorce rate, half of America's. They're loyal, passionate, and feminine.
Every time the internet talks about passport bros,
dang, it's bad when it's bad when you got the woman promoting it.
They only show one side, either the man who wins or the man who fails. But the real story is made of both. Because when a man leaves his country, he takes three things with him: his past, his habits, and the truth about who he really is. First group.
Yep. You get with that girl, but eventually she sees through it and see how lame you were. I think I don't know if it's somewhere in Asia they call you like a LBH, like a loser back home, basically.
Group, the good men left for peace.
That's why I always say you should be able to get a girl in any country you at. Just become that best version of yourself as a man, so it doesn't matter your location. You're not having too many problems with women because you're a masculine man, and there's certain things you don't tolerate and accept from women, and you don't have a problem getting attention from them.
These are the quiet men, the hard-working men, the men who tried at home, but were never met with the same energy they gave. These men take their time. They learn the culture. They show respect. They build trust slowly. They bring stability into a woman's life. And because of that, they get the best side of foreign women. They're the men that end up with real families, real love, real loyalty, real peace. The second group, the lost men. No one warned. Then you have the men who leave because they think a passport will heal them. Men who think femininity means innocence. Men who confuse softness with safety. Men who are running from their reflection, not from the culture.
ที่เพอร์โซเราเชื่อว่าคุณค่าของชีวิต
My
คือการ
bad.
ได้ทำงานที่ตรง
Hit
กับ
that
เป้า
like
หมาย
button,
และ
man.
ความต้องการ
We'll get YouTube
These are
Premium
the
one
men
day.
that fall in love on day 3, move in on day 5, send money on week 1, buy phones, shoes, food, and hopes on week 2, and end up on YouTube crying on week 4.
Dang.
Comments tell the truth. Men who got robbed in taxis, men who got their passport stolen by a woman they trusted, men who married too fast and realized she wanted paper.
She's doing a good job talking for both sides of it, but I will say the reason why it's such a popular thing is because there are more men winning than losing. Yeah, guys are getting drugged and robbed and all this different type of stuff, but that's a small minority of the guys. It's enough information out there of how to avoid those things. And if you are traveling, I suggest you do your research, man. Do your research.
Not partnership. Men who brought her home and watched her personality flip overnight. Not because foreign women are evil, but because broken men attract broken situations, and the world does not protect you just because you bought a ticket. Third group, the men who get exposed overseas. And then there's the fourth group, the men who go overseas for the wrong reasons. The men who think that a cheaper economy means cheaper women. The men who think money can buy respect.
It actually does, though. Cheaper economy does kind of equal cheaper women.
The men who think they will be worshipped abroad because they lack power at home. Foreign women are not blind. They see arrogance. They see insecurity. They see when a man is trying to feel big because he never felt big in his own country. These are the men who get played by women half their age, who lose money trying to feel important, who get finessed by an entire family, who end up begging online for help because a fantasy turned into a nightmare. The truth is simple. If you were weak at home, a passport doesn't make you strong. It only moves your weakness somewhere else.
My opinion on the passport bros, like it's all fun and jokes, right? We can joke about it, like guys going overseas, whatever the case is, right? But in the end, it's like, bro, either you're gonna boss up and make a girl respect you, or she's not, bro.
That's true.
Balance women never expected.
I agree. I definitely agree.
And this is where the story hits both sides. Because while men are getting humbled overseas, women at home are getting humbled too. For the first time, women watched men walk away and realized they might not return. Some of the men women laughed at are now smiling with women who treat them better. And some of the men who left, thinking they were kings, ended up learning that respect must be earned everywhere, not bought anywhere. This is the real truth. Passport Bros is not a dream. It is not a disaster. It is not heaven or hell. It is a mirror. And every man sees something different when he looks into it. When men found peace overseas, women saw something they never expected.
Okay. I think we get the gist of her video. She's saying that, look, it can be good for you, it can be bad for you. At the end of the day, you can go anywhere in the world, but you cannot run from your problems. Those problems are gonna follow you. You know, you have a problem with asserting your dominance with women or leading a relationship in America, you're gonna eventually have those problems overseas as well. It's always a terrible idea to bring them back home if you're looking for a certain culture and a personality from a woman, because you bring her here to America, she's going to develop some American traits, right? You know, she's going to be hanging around American woman, you're going to be getting ideas, she's going to be on social media, watching the TV and all that stuff. So at the end of the day, I don't mind with what any woman does or man. If they want to find love overseas, you know, that's cool. That's cool. Just make sure whatever type of relationship you are getting into, you are getting some value and you're getting what you want out of it.
I just wanna be great just to be great.